I'm Christine Stavropoulos.
Κι εγώ ο Νίκος Σαμίδης. Και αυτό είναι το Greek Podyssey, το podcast της Ομογένειας.
A podcast for Hellenes worldwide, sharing stories, culture, identity, laughs and a little bit of tsugrisma along the way.
Γιατί μπορεί να φύγαμε από την Ελλάδα, αλλά η Ελλάδα δεν έφυγε ποτέ από μας.
Welcome to another episode of the Greek Podyssey.
Today is a morning episode, Christine. We have the sun comes in from the windows. It's beautiful here. Welcome everybody
Thank you.
to another episode. It's very nice episode, this one.
You know why it's morning? Let's tell everyone why it's morning, because we're speaking with Chicago today.
Not only Chicago, we got Japan the other line.
Well,
we got
Japan is
Chicago.
only 1-2 hours difference. For Chicago, they're a day behind, and it's so we needed to have record during the day so we can reach Chicago.
And what's the topic for today's episode?
Music and the influence of music, and the history of Greek music and the influence on culture, society, civilization, and it continues through the ages.
And the importance of music in the Greek identity. The music is very strongly connected with the Greek identity, and you can't separate those things from our culture. If we start from the ancient times to Byzantine times to modern Greece, we have different regions in Greece with different type of music. The music in Greece is so rich because it has been influenced by many factors, and especially the side of the Balkan side, the top, the north side of Greece, especially these ones. You can avoid that. You can't say that the music is pure because everyone, that's the cause of music, to influence people. So we have a very interesting topic today.
I just want to add, it's not only the influence on Greek society and culture. I've just got a couple of notes here. It says the influence of music from Greece on history is vast. Stretching from ancient times to the modern era, Greek music has shaped not only the country's identity, but also the development of Western music and philosophy. Ancient Greece is the birthplace of Western music theory. Music as a core of life, it was deeply connected to philosophy, education, and religion. It was central to drama, poetry, and worship.
And also was very important for the ethics.
Yes.
If someone was studying music, was considered as a more ethical.
Well, ethos and emotion, Plato and Aristotle believed music could shape moral character and emotions, an idea that influenced centuries of European thought on the arts. Also, there was the philosophical influence. Thinkers like Pythagoras discovered the mathematical ratios behind musical interviews, laying the groundwork for Western music theory.
So what happened with Pythagoras was that he took a string and he said, I name that A. After that, he folded the string, or he cut the string to half. And he said that the half size of the whole string, it's an octave.
Yes.
So he, by a scientific approach, he contributed to the music, to the Western music. That's why this is very important.
It's just a fascinating subject in so many areas.
You know what's the amazing one? I can't remember who said that. It was a scientist and said, an ancient one, and he said that the whole universe is being aligned based on mathematics and sequences. And it creates a sound and music that we can't listen, but it exists and contributes to the harmony of the symphony.
Well, you know, when you want to pump yourself up. Say you're at the gym. You will put on a song that pumps you up. When you want to relax or when you want to feel romantic, there is music really touches and influences your emotions.
That's true.
It's very
That's
true.
very true.
And here's another one. During the Ottoman rule, as we know that Greece was under Ottoman rule for 400 years, Greek music absorbed the Eastern melodies and rhythms, creating a unique fusion of Greek, Turkish, Arab, and Balkan styles. So when I was recently in Turkey, a lot of the people that I was going out with, Turkish people, would put on their playlists, and it was Greek music. And then there was also a version in Turkish. So we've got that fusion in music, obviously in cuisine as well. And then we've got the folk songs, τα δημοτικά που λέμε, that told the stories of love, war, exile, freedom, preserving Greek identity through centuries of occupation. And when we look at the 400 years of occupation, the fact that Greeks were able to retain their language, were able to retain their music, were able to retain their religion, is a testament to Greek strength and endurance and spirit. It would have been very easy to just fold over, and today we would all be speaking a different language.
You know what? It's one of the best ways to start speaking another language is through the songs.
Yes.
You mimic how it sounds. You might don't know what it means, but that's a connection.
Yes.
You start speak this language without know what it means, of course. Then you dig deeper and you learning another language.
You know what it is? You're right when you say that. We have a local choir here, the Hellenic choir. They speak predominantly, they sing Greek songs, but there are non-Greek people that sing. I think to feel a song, you need to understand what you're singing. So you may be mimicking the words, but that encourages you to listen and to explore what the words are saying, and that's where language comes into it as well. Then we also have the Rebetika era, which was the Greek blues. In the early 20th century, that was influenced by the refugees from Asia Minor. The Rebetiko, that was the expression of pain, of loss, of the working class, of love. And that type of music is still prevalent, very much so today, which will go on to our guest following Chicago when we go to Japan, when we speak to a young Japanese girl who's in a Rebetiko band in Tokyo. So from Chicago, we'll be going to
Tokyo. You know what my
Tokyo.
son says about the Rebetika?
What?
He says, if you want to have a good Rebetiko, it's the same like good blues song. You start, intro, complain, complain, complain.
Yes.
Solo, complain, 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 and finale. And you have the perfect, because that's all about, if you listen to the Rebetika songs, it's about the struggles. It's about the pain. So it is a lot of pain in it. But let's go to the other thing. The tradition. How we maintain our tradition through the music. And that's a very important thing and important aspect of Greekness.
Mm-hmm.
So, for this reason, we have together here at the studio from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen, τον Dimitri Dallas. Γεια σου, Dimitri.
Welcome to the Greek Podyssey.
Καλώς ήρθες.
Very nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
We did give Dimitri the option whether he wanted this interview to be in Greek or English. We've decided it's going to be
democratically.
In English. Yes.
We decided it's going to be in
Well,
English.
Dimitri decided we're going to have it in English, which is great because then everybody can understand and take part in the discussion afterwards online.
Dimitri, I'm very impressed and I feel proud of what you're doing there in Chicago. I've seen your videos. I'm following your channel on Instagram. You play like most of the instruments. You are a multi-talented musician. you play the lira, you play kemeje, you play bouzouki, you play jura, you percussions. Uh, what's the story? What's happening there in Chicago and we miss it here in Sydney?
I'm keen to know how you ended up in Chicago.
So, first and foremost, I didn't end up in Chicago. I was born and raised here. It's one of the bigger points to make. How I started music from a little kid. You know, one of our kubari had a son that was playing bouzouki at the time, and I loved it so much that every time that we would get together with family, I would grab the kids' bouzouki and I would start playing. So my father threw me into a lesson with Panos Menexis was the gentleman's name at the time. He was the old guitarista for Tsitsani, I think, at one
Ooh.
point. So from there, I started dancing in different dance groups, different programs here in Chicago, and was exposed to more and more music. Like everybody knows that or might know that's listening. Greece is a small country with a lot of culture, a lot of history, and a lot of music. Holy moly, so much music, and I fell in love with every part of it. So I figured why stick with one?
So you born in Chicago,
Yeah.
and did you live any of your life in Greece?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, like lots of respect to you. You
Thank you.
you are an American born boy, man,
Yeah.
who plays all the traditional instruments. And that's because no one can teach all those there because the sources are limited
Yeah.
when it comes to tutoring and all that. And you're
Right.
doing an amazing job. I'm very impressed.
What inspired you,
Thank you.
Dimitri? What inspired you to learn all these instruments and Greek music? Because you could have gone into any genre, being born in Chicago. What connected you to your Greekness to want to learn to play this vast array of instruments?
So that's a great question. First inspiration is something that happens from within. Okay, there's no paraphrasing it. It's something that you're born with. Okay, you have a certain connection with something. Some kids like soccer, some kids like basketball. My thing was music, and listening to whatever was playing in my father's car at the time. It was classica laica. Dionysiou, Kazadzidi, Gavala. Those are the songs that I grew up listening to. That's what I was exposed to. So naturally, as soon as I grabbed the bouzouki, I was able to mimic those sounds and those songs. And like I said, as soon as I was exposed to more music, you guys were talking about traditional music before. So as soon as I heard Nisiotika, for example, for the first time, I fell in love with the way the violi was playing. I was like, why can't I do that? So me, fourth grade, 10 years old maybe, signed up for orchestra. Not to play orchestral music, not by any means. I wanted to learn how to hold the thing so that I could play the dikamas.
Yeah.
And obviously, you speak Greek. I
Yeah,
can hear you.
yeah.
You got to. So that your parents, you spoke Greek at home, or
Yeah.
because you sound quite proficient in Greek.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
He's doing all Greek things in Chicago.
yes,
He's more Greek
I-
than the Greeks.
actually,
I
yes.
live in my bubble.
That's amazing. Tell me something, Dimitri. What do you think about the traditional music? We talk about Nisiotika, though we talk about the Pirotika, the islands, the music of the islands, which is different on every region. How important is to maintain this music in order to maintain our Greek identity?
So that's a beautiful question. I love that you asked it. I think it is paramount. I think it's the most important thing. Language is always going to change. It's always going to alter. We're always going to bring in music, though, from what I've seen, hasn't changed all that much as far as traditional music. It takes a long time for it to change. So it's a direct chain to our history. If you listen to the words, a lot of that is historical. Even though a lot of it's love songs, there's so many historical songs as well. Whether it stems back to the revolution, whether it stems back to any given point in history, it gives us a direct connection to our ancestry. And that's something that's universal within Greek music. It's not something that's regional. The other really nice thing that we see in traditional music is how many songs are similar throughout all of Greece. And that might be something linked back to the introduction of the people from Asia Minor when the population exchange happened. So you see a lot of Anatolica, Smyrnaica, Politica that ended up in the islands that also ended up στη Ρούμελη, στη Peloponneso, and made its way all the way through Greece because they're beautiful songs. There's no other explanation. As far as how it comes back to the roots and how important it is, it's everything. It's so much so our identity. And you see it now. There was a period between the 80s and 90s where we started seeing the panigiria were really starting to slow down, and it was a very niche market that was going to it. All of a sudden, I went to panigiria in Greece this summer, and it was packed, jam-packed with young kids that knew those dances. So, A, we're definitely doing something right as a culture. We're preserving something. We've made it fun again. Or, B, people are looking for something of more substance, something that really relates them back to something with meaning.
I agree
think
with that.
that might be my opinion, but
No, I totally agree with that, Dimitri. And I think one of the beauties of the traditional music is whenever you catch it, whenever, in which time of your life, it will be there. It's the same. It serves the same scope, and it's there. You're never going to lose it. It's going to be there forever.
I want to ask a question to both of you, being musicians, and I'm in great company here with two talented gentlemen. Τα έντεχνα, how does that work its way into modern day culture and music?
For me, I'll tell my opinion, Dimitri, and you can tell yours. I'll disagree with the term entechna. What that means. Does it mean that the rest of the songs are atechna? No, not of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a term that's been produced by the companies and out there in the market to introduce a new style, more sophisticated,
Modern,
like
more commercial.
no, more sophisticated, because there is this idea that the people that are getting along with the Entechna are more intellectual, they know better music than the others.
Mm-hmm.
They have this high-profile musician label, if we can say so. But, Dimitri, please express your opinion about that.
so I think the closest thing that we have to it in English language would be something like progressive or alternative. It's interesting. The word edechno doesn't exactly equate to what it is, to what we're trying to describe. So in that, I totally agree with Nico. It's a very weird term because back in the 60s, I believe, Nikos Xylouris was edechnos. He went from full traditional player to working with guys like Markopoulo and went to Athens, and he was singing these songs that were considered edechna, which now we consider those paradosiaka again because they've withstood the test of time. So it's so wishy-washy and all over the place. But at the same time, musically, it does push the envelope, and that's always something that is welcome. There's a reason that we're still playing Xylouris songs at the traditional festivals. It's because they more or less have become our tradition again.
It's a bit like fashion, isn't it? It always completes a circle.
It is a trend. And for me, the good thing that this trend is very important and contributes. That's a good thing of this trend. It's beautiful to see all the young people, as Dimitri said at Panegyria, the dancing Ikariotico, the dancing Susta, but singing. It's a beautiful drone photo. I don't know if you've seen it from, I think it's Socrates Malama's concert. there's a drone view, people, and you can see, you can't see that it's people, but you see the circle is like cycling, and those are people dancing in a circle. And if you see it, you can't believe that it's like it's like AI made.
Can I tell you what makes an impact on me when I see that? These are young kids that in their day-to-day lives listen to what we call foreign music, the xena, yet their roots pull them back to when it's panegyri season, and they connect back to their roots, their Greekness, and they love it. And then it's almost like when that period is over, they take that hat off and they slip back into their normal modern day-to-day lives. Yes. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Dimitri, can I ask you? Okay, are you offering tutoring on traditional instruments there in Chicago?
So, unfortunately, I had to stop only because my day job wouldn't allow for enough time. I have kept a couple students, but I don't consider them students anymore.
Yeah.
At this point, they've gotten to the level where they're more or less colleagues. But what I do have is a dance and music school here in Chicago. We're about 100 members, stemming from the ages of 6 to question mark.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I know what you mean. So, if someone wants to follow you, what's your? That's the one that you want to ask.
No, I wanted to ask something totally different.
Okay. So, if someone wants to follow your dancing school and music and all that, where someone can find you?
Yeah. So I'm on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Dimitrios_Dallas. And then the school is Perifania School of Hellenic Music and Dance.
That's so.
I wanted to ask Dimitri, what's the Greek diaspora like in Chicago? What's the Greek scene, the music scene? How does the community come together? Is it a large community? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it is an enormous community. I think well over 500,000 Greeks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 34 something like that churches within the Chicago area. So Chicago plus the surrounding suburbs. Music scene has kind of disappeared, unfortunately. There's no more nightclubs that play live music, at least. We do have Greek nights here and there, but a lot of it's unfortunately dissipated.
What about language? The youth, are they speaking Greek, or is that fading as well?
It's still there. It's still fading. I don't know how to answer that one. Kids that are still involved definitely go to Greek schools and still learn our language. Interestingly enough, you always know when somebody's Greek in a para, even if you don't know them. They'll throw out the words. We always have the word salad.
Yes.
I'm so guilty of it.
Yeah.
I'll start a sentence in English, but I'll throw in Greek words because my mind works that way. I grew up learning both at the same time, so right away you'll hear it.
And that's very that actually confirms what you said earlier, where language will change, it will evolve, it will become a combination of languages, whereas music has maintained its identity. It stays evergreen throughout history, and that really is the root that keeps Greek culture going, I think. Music, and the other thing I've noticed is, you mentioned churches. Greeks, and I think in all ethnicities, tend to be centered around the church as well. Whether you're an atheist or not, you will go because of the tradition, the culture. So churches tend to be paramount in retaining identity as well.
Of course, it's much more of a community.
How's the new generation? Like, do you have people that are interested in learning lira or learning avlo, ascobadura, or whatever you teach as a teacher? Do you have like young kids? I want to learn the bouzouki, I want to learn the jura, I want to learn the lira or lauto or whatever.
It's so interesting seeing how many messages I get on the social media stuff. I mean, kids that normally would have never seen this stuff see me post up a video and right away will ask, "Do you give lessons?" And I put them in touch with people in Greece that I know that do online lessons, because it ultimately would be the same thing. I would be doing an online lesson.
Yeah.
I do get approached quite a bit for some of the more classic instruments too. Liris, buzuki is a big one.
Yeah.
Always. But there's a definite push for the more traditional, some of the more weird ones. Just like you said, Ascomadura is totally come back from near extinction. I think it was 2003 or 4. I was looking for my first one. And this was before social media. This was before I had any sort of connection to somebody that might be making these things. And they just didn't exist.
Yeah.
If you found one, it was from an old papu that sort of knew how to make it, and it was not very good.
There'll be a lot of people that you guys know about the instruments because you're musicians. There's a lot of people that probably don't know. Can you talk us through just a little bit on the bouzouki, the jura, a little brief description of what each instrument is for people that don't really know?
Okay, let's talk about the history of bouzouki, how the bouzouki became a bouzouki. You are the most appropriate one to guide us through this.
Nico, I play them. I'm not a historian.
Yeah, but you strongly connected with the history as well, I can tell.
No. So initially they say that the bouzouki stems from the ancient Greek instrument called pandouris. Now, it was a bowl-shaped instrument. It looked like a pear almost, and we call it achladoskimi. Almost like a mandolin with a long neck. Now, from that, it went towards Asia Minor and onward out. And then during the Ottoman Empire, it came back again. And it's in the form of bouzouki. It's the most common instrument in Greece. Initially, it had 3 strings, and that was during the time of Rebetika. And then a gentleman named Manolis Chiotis turned it into a 4-string instrument to get it out of the hash houses and the hash dens and out of the rebetiko and into mainstream music. Now, something to note is that the bouzouki in the early 1900s was outlawed. It wasn't allowed to be played in common areas due to its connection to the hash houses and everything that goes along with that. So Manolis Chiotis made it his life ambition to bring it out and make it something that's more culturally known and acceptable. So now it's our ethnic instrument. It's our national instrument.
And I want to add into that that Mr. Polykandriotis,
Yes.
he did a great job to add
course.
the instrument in the UNESCO's list of the traditional instruments of Greece. So good on him for all his work.
Absolutely.
And I want to say that baglama, which is the third, the small baby of the family of the bouzouki. So it's the bouzouki, then it's the jura, which is the smaller one, the middle one, as the recent video of Dimitris. So we have the little baby, which is a baglama. And the story of baglama is that was created because, I don't know if it's true, but I like the story.
It's a good story.
Because
I know where you're going with this.
the bouzouki was forbidden back in Metaxas era, so it was an outlaw instrument. So what they did, they created this one so they can have it behind their coat, so they can carry on the baglama. I don't know if that's
Makes sense.
the main story. I don't know. What's your opinion, Dimitri?
Not an opinion, it's a fact. That's definitely part of it. It's also said that they had poked a hole from the top all the way to the bottom, filled it with a pipe so that they can use it as a smoking apparatus.
I impressed Nico before we got you online because I didn't know what a jura was. And he explained, I said, so it's a little bit
It's
like...
not jura.
Yes, that's
It's jura.
Jura.
Yes, because jura is
It's
Jura is
what they were doing with the baglama.
Yes, jura
it's a
is
bit of a-
after you take the jura, then it's a jura.
Because I said, so it's like a violin, a cello, and a violin, a viola, and a cello. He said, yes.
Exactly.
That's correct. And Chicago has some great Greek musicians, and one of them is Dimitri. He's musician with a capital M. His
Yes.
love for music and tradition is it's very big. Well, I want to thank Dimitri. Dimitri, thank you very much for being with us
Thank you.
today from Chicago. It's an honor to have you. You're a great musician. You're a great blog.
Austeri.
Thank you very much.
Φιλιά
Honored
πολλά.
to be here. Love your show.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. We'll
Thank
talk
you.
soon.
We'll
Bye.
talk soon.
Bye.
Let's have a short break for Luca's and Helco consulting segment, and we are coming back. Please note, the content of this podcast is for general informational purposes only. It does not constitute legal, financial, or professional advice. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and should not be relied upon for making decisions. Always consult a qualified professional for advice tailored to your situation.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Greek Podyssey, where we'll be unpacking all things business in Greece. So up until now, we've done a lot. We've had a little dive into the real estate sector, and real estate obviously is great, very popular sector. But let's not overlook the other sectors. Let's not overlook areas like obviously the well-known tourism, hospitality. I think tourism and hospitality are industries that are really booming in Greece at the moment. Obviously, tourism has been a sector since the eyes can see of Greece, and it's been a very, very consistent sector that's had steady growth. But coupled with that is hospitality. The food scene, especially in Athens and Thessaloniki, has really, really popped off in the last 5 years, especially since I've been here. You really are starting to see cafes and restaurant models that are a lot like what we have in Australia or in the US. So we're really starting to see things like global food trends like the cinnamon roll or the strawberry matcha latte or brunch, which brunch was never really something that they used to have in Greece. More modern and gentrified versions of the Greek taverna. So you've got gastro taverns now. And they're really starting to be inspired by what you'd find in New York, London, LA, and so forth. So the hospitality scene, I believe, in the next 5 years is not only going to change the way a Greek and an international person sees the gastronomy scene in Athens and Thessaloniki, but it will change the way investors look at hospitality, because instead of coming in and going with a more traditional approach like a souvlaki, you've got people coming in from London and saying, oh no, but I want to go with like a smash burger. So people that are from, investors that are from Australia or from the US or from the UK that have already in their home cities very, very advanced food scenes from inspiration from all around the world can quite easily come into the Greek market, as it will be very well received. And let's not forget that there are so many things at in the hospitality industry that Greece has not seen yet. Like the brunch industry is very, very new, and all of these different food categories that I've just explained are what we would have had in, let's say, Melbourne or Sydney in the 2005 to 2010 era. So what we have, and as I say to all investors, do what you know best and open the business that you know with your craft, is that you can bring your very well advanced cafe or restaurant or Asian fusion or all of that from Australia or the US and plug it into Greece with some great branding and marketing. And the reception is very, very much changed. And that's also because Athens and Thessaloniki have growing expat communities, but also because it's becoming a city. They're becoming cities with much more international attention, and Greek chefs are going abroad, getting inspiration and coming back, but also the market. People are traveling more, people are getting exposed to the world. So people are wanting more exciting options out there, and consumers are becoming more readily available as well financially to be able to spend more on their brunch or go somewhere nice for dinner.
One word, wow. I just get so enthusiastic.
No goosebumps?
Goosebumps. I got goosebumps. Like, for someone to be so talented, and an American-born Greek, born and bred in Chicago.
Well, I was surprised about that.
I don't know why. I just assumed because of his knowledge and repertoire, and I just thought he's someone that was born in Greece and moved to.
Yeah, me too.
And he blew me out of the water when he said, "No, I'm born in Chicago."
Born and raised in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he knows so much of the history of music, and I think
that's
a
the
gift.
beauty with the traditional music, that when you get into it, it's part of your education to learn about the history of the music, because this music goes years ago.
Yes.
Years ago. So, for example, the ascobadura is the instrument with the flask of the animal
Yes.
belly with
Yes.
two flutes.
Yes.
So that's an ancient
It is.
instrument. Goes
The first bagpipe.
goes years ago.
You know, Nico, I feel, connecting back to the church should look at music as part of closely entwined with culture and have connected to it to teach music. You know, we're teaching language. They teach, obviously, religion. But this music, I think it's very important because it's another way of bringing the community together.
They do teach Byzantine music, but because predominantly it's liturgical music,
I think it needs to expand beyond that.
It has started to expand. A lot of students that are interested into Byzantine music, and it's a foundation for the modern, as we say, Greek laika music. What it exists. If the Byzantine music wasn't exist, the music would be totally different.
Speaking of Rebetika, we're going from Chicago to Nippon. You know how Greece to the world is Greece, and to us it's Hellas. Japan to us is Japan, but to the Japanese it's Nippon.
Yes.
So we're going to go to Japan shortly,
Okay.
and we're going to speak to a talented young lady who is part of a Rebetiko band
Group.
group.
Okay, that will be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
So let's travel to Japan. I love Japan, Nico. I love Japan.
Okay, let's go to Japan.
Welcome to the Greek Podyssey.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Nobuko, do you speak any Greek?
Very, very little. Very,
Okay.
very little. Yes.
So tell us, start from the beginning. What led you to wanting to learn and play Rebetika, and how did you find like-minded people to form a group that plays, and where you play? Just tell us the whole story. It's just fascinating.
Okay. First of all, actually, I don't play any musical instrument. It's nothing. But once I found one bouzouki in Athens, it was really beautiful. And I thought that this is maybe it's a good idea to give it to my older son, because he was playing guitar, rock and rolls. So maybe he can play the bouzouki too. And I bought it, and I tried to give it to him, but he's never interested in only rock and roll music. So he didn't touch the bouzouki. So poor bouzouki, I sort of, yes, tried to learn, tried to play, but it was nothing. And I saw the YouTube. I tried the YouTube lesson, and all the time watching the YouTube, and I started to learning. That is the very beginning.
And how you came up to this specific genre, the Rebetika?
Rebetika, yes. I at that time I didn't know 8 strings or 6 strings bouzouki, and I bought the 8 strings. And after that, I knew Rebetika is only 6 strings. And I listened to the one song, Basilis Titanis, Shine Fias Meni Kiriaki. It was really nice. It was a really good song. And I wanted to learn, I wanted to play that song because it was really beautiful. And yes, and actually, no, I don't know. So, yeah, Atsushi, but yeah, he played Rebetika very well. And then we used to play together, not now, but
So
yes,
that's how you got involved. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I was going to say, what's your role in the group, and how was the group formed? How did you find members?
members, because I have a very small Greek shop in Kobe, and I sell some products from Greece, and I also serve some Greek foods too. So some people come to my shop, and do you know that the instrument called bouzouki? Of course, nobody knows. But would you like to touch? Would you like to try to little play together? And they okay, touch a little bit, and a nice sound, nice. And I explained about the Rebetika and how I love the instrument and the Rebetika. Why don't you join me? Because I was alone. I'm a very lonely person. Only play the bouzouki with YouTube. I wanted to some companies. And I always talk to the customers. Why don't you join us? Why don't you join us? And now we are kind of 15 people
Whoa.
together. Yes,
That's
big.
beautiful. And you guys playing music, and you also dance.
Yes, no. I only play bouzouki and I sing Rebetika songs. But yes, some people dance, and I also have a very good Greek group in Okinawa. You know, Okinawa is very
Yes.
south part of Japan. There is also a Greek community, and we sometimes have party or events. Actually, last week I was in Okinawa because it was Ohide, right?
Yeah.
So we had a good Ohide party, and we played bouzouki, sing a song, and dance all together. It was fantastic.
Great. Tell us a little
Yes.
bit about the Greek community in Okinawa. Is it a large
Okinawa-
community? Where do they meet? Do they have a meeting place? Music, church?
Not a meeting place, but it was, we had a restaurant, asked the restaurant for us, and they cooked the Greek foods, and not always the same place, but there is a very good friend from Crete. Do you know?
I'm from
Erasmia?
Crete.
He's from Crete.
Ah, okay, nice. My best friend, Erasmia Iliaki, she's from Hanya, and she lives in Okinawa. And Okinawa, you know, there's American bases. Many American people live there, and some Greek American or something like this. And Erasmia is always center of the community. And they also have Orthodox church people. They also come to the parties. And yes, we plan the parties or events
Great.
many times
That's
a year.
Nico, you know, with language, and Nobuko might agree, Greek and Japanese have very similar pronunciations.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yes. My sister, who speaks Japanese very well, the pronunciations are very phonetically the same. So she's given me examples. I can't think of any now.
So you reckon it's very close? It's easy for someone if he wants
It's
to
easy
learn
for a Japanese
Greek.
person to learn Greek
And how about the
phonetically.
Greek to learn Japanese?
Well, my sister did.
Okay.
There you go. She speaks perfect Japanese. Phonetically, they're very, very similar.
And Nobuka, let me ask you something.
Yes.
how, like, I know that people, the Greek people, they're not getting into the Greek music. They like to hear the new, pop rock stuff
Mm.
from United States, from UK, all the top 10, top 40 songs. But how you guys, like, what's the beauty? What do you find in the Greek music? Why Greek music? Why you like Greek music? Why Greek music is important for you?
Good question.
Questions, yes. Actually, not Greek music for me, only Rebetika. I only love Rebetika. Okay, there are many good Greek songs, I know, but only interested is Rebetika for me.
Why?
Yeah, well,
Why?
let's apply
Yes, why?
Nick's question to why. Why
Yes.
Rebetika?
Okay, yes, this is why for me too. I want to ask myself. I don't know. I can't explain that. But once 2023, I went to the Rebetika seminar in Skiros Island. It was the first real Rebetika for me because I always watch the YouTube and only Facebook friends. But it was a real people, Rebetika people. They play bouzouki and sing songs all together. It was fantastic, really, really fantastic experience for me. It's I can't explain how, why, but it was really that the one I wanted to look for.
How
for a
does
long time.
how does it make you feel when you listen to a Rebetika? Like, what do you feel inside you when you listen to that music? Like you're in Greece, does it bring back any sort of emotions or memories from childhood? Like, because music
Yeah.
evokes a lot of emotions. So
Yeah.
when you said you were there in Skiros and it was fantastic, what made it fantastic for you, and what emotions and feelings did it bring out in you?
Yes, even very fast songs, new songs for me, I feel something. I know this song before a long, long time ago. Something like this feeling. It's kind of a nostalgic. maybe?
Familiarity, nostalgia.
Hmm.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
That's
Of
very
course,
interesting.
I don't know that songs, but I can feel something familiar. Yes, inside myself. Not every songs, but I feel very. Yes, I know. I have heard the songs before, something like this, and I can't stop. How do you say? Exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's
Well,
yes.
for us, it's exciting because the Japanese culture is a very old culture. It's a very deep culture, and the people are steeped in tradition. So when there's a culture that is so traditional that someone like yourself shows an interest in our culture and our music, I find that union exciting and enthusiastic. What about
You
what
see,
do you think, Nico?
because music connects people.
Yes.
That's what music does. It's one of the purpose of music. So it not only connects, it's healing power. The music is one of the powerful healing tools for your soul.
Absolutely.
And I'm very impressed and very proud that over there in Japan we have Nobuko playing the Rebetika has so much passion and love for this type of Greek music.
Do you just play amongst yourselves in a group, or do Japanese people actually come to listen to you play Rebetika?
Yes, of course, the Japanese people come to listen to the Rebetika, and they feel the same. Ask the people. This is the first time to listen to the Rebetika for them, and then the bouzouki sound, first time. But they feel something similar. It's kind of nostalgic, and they like very much. It's how do you say? It's very for example, lyrics is very sad or something negative meanings, but melody is happy,
Yeah.
This
It's that
Rebetika all the time.
contradiction, isn't it?
Mm.
Because the Rebetika is born out of,
Yes.
as we said earlier in the show, of pain, sorrow, loss, uprooting, but
Struggling
then
in general.
struggling.
Yeah.
But then that's offset with some very, very uplifting music that contrasts against
Yeah.
the meaning of the lyrics. We'd love to have you visit here and organise a
Yeah.
Rebetiko night.
Of course.
Would you
And I
consider?
would love next time Christina goes to Japan, I would love to come and visit you guys and have a
Yeah.
jam with you because I'm a musician myself. So I would love to do that. Are you at your shop now?
Yes, here's a
I
yes,
can
my
see
shop.
because people now that can't see what are we watching from our screen. So let me describe you. So we got Nobuko, and behind on the wall there is a Greek map on the wall behind you,
Yeah.
which is also very.
Well, I was going to ask, Nobuko, what inspired you to start a Greek shop?
Because I import some Greek products like olives or olive oil and wine from Greece. Because this is the very beginning story. Is my husband is Greek,
Okay,
There you
now
go.
it makes
Now
sense.
it makes sense.
and he had the olive field in Kalamata,
Hmm.
and that Kalamata olives and olive oil are very good. And I started importing in 1999.
Wow.
And the shop has been running 13 years now.
Ooh.
And but the last 5 years around the Corona, I started to tour in Greece, and I bring some Japanese people to Greece too.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So now my shop is the version Buzuki and tour. This is
Oh, wonderful. How
main,
wonderful is that?
That's lovely. So are you going next year to Greece?
yes, of course, once or twice, 3 times, sometimes a year.
Oh,
I go to the.
wow. There we
You're
go.
visiting Greece more
Look.
than me.
So you live in Kobe, which is
Yes,
home to the
Kobe.
beautiful Kobe steak. Have you tried any Greek fusion recipes with Japanese with a Greek twist in your cooking?
I cook Greek foods, but I don't change anything for
That's
Japanese
good.
people.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Because Japanese is a pure culinary experience, and so is Greek. Sometimes when they try to blend too much, they create something that's neither Japanese nor Greek.
Travesty.
It's a travesty sometimes. It's
yeah,
a travesty.
yeah.
They try to be too fancy and they kill it. So I absolutely love Japanese food. I'm addicted to it. I love it. And Greek food, of course. So
We
my
love
two
the
favorite
Japanese
cultures.
culture, and I think it's very similar to the Greek culture when it comes to, respect and family and traditions and all that.
And their theatre. You've got the Kabuki theatre, Kabuki, which is all women. Kabuki?
Kabuki is only for men.
Only for men. Which is the one that's only for women?
Takarazuka.
Yes, that's it. Because
Takarazuka. Yes.
they have a lot of expression through their theatre
Mhm.
as well. It's very
Yeah.
symbolic.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of similarities. And doing this podcast, Nico and I love it because we pick the similarities with cultures. But now you're actually adopting the music, so we thought you'd be an interesting person to talk to. And we thank Nobuko.
Yeah, Nobuko, I'll be in Crete next year, so in the summer. So if you're there, please feel free. I'll guide you through some very original musicians and tasters and places. So if you're being in Crete next year, please send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to be your guide.
And we look forward to seeing you here one day. Thank you so much.
Nobuko, thank you
Yes,
so
thank you.
much, and thank you
I
for
Sharing
playing
the
the
story.
Rebetika. Thank you so much for that. It's an honor to have you in our show, And you represent a part of our culture, and that's very important. And thank you so
A
much
wonderful
for that.
ambassador. Thank you. Thank you,
I
Nobuko.
thank you.
Thank you.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Παρακαλώ.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Coming up next, the legal segment with Natasha Karamiho.
Good evening. I'm Natasha Karamiho, and as promised, in this podcast, we will dive into naturalization process and its requirements. The scope of Article 6-10 of the 2020 law and its amendments includes Greeks who reside abroad and wish to acquire Greek nationality through naturalization. Consequently, the fundamental attribute of the naturalization process is their indisputable national origin as a formal condition, together with the establishment of their national consciousness as an essential condition, attributes which are simultaneously verified by the competent consular authorities during two separate stages. The application for naturalization of Greeks living abroad is submitted to the Greek consul of their place of residence, who forwards it to the Ministry of Interior with a report, which necessarily includes information documenting the applicant's status. The competent department, after examining all information included in the applicant's file, suggests to the Minister of the Interior whether or not to accept the request for naturalization. What are the prerequisites for the naturalization process? The applicant must be an adult. The applicant must also be a foreign national of proven Greek origin. He or she must reside within the territorial jurisdiction of the consular authority in which the application is filed. The applicant must not have been irrevocably convicted of an offence committed with malice during the last 10 years prior to the date of the naturalization application, must not have served a custodial sentence of at least 6 months or 1 year in some cases, and irrespective of the date of conviction for a number of crimes and offences. What documents do we need for the naturalization process? The naturalization declaration. It will be drawn up by an employee of the competent consular authority authorized by the consul in the presence of the applicant and 2 Greek citizens as witnesses, whose full names and identity card or Greek passport numbers must be stated in the naturalization declaration. The officials of the consular authority may also serve as witnesses for the purposes of the declaration. The naturalization declaration bears the round seal of the consulate with the date of issuance. Exact copy of the applicant's passport. The applicant's details on the passport must match with their birth certificate details. The applicant's birth certificate. If the birth certificate is issued by a foreign registrar and it is in English, it must bear legal certification, an apostille, the Hague seal, and be accompanied by an official translation. Most of the times, documents issued by foreign authorities that bear apostille are sufficient for the consulate to proceed. A recent criminal record certificate of the applicant must be issued by the competent authority, duly certified and officially translated. Supporting documents proving Greek origin. These include data concerning ancestors' registrations, information on their family history, consular registrations, acquisition of Greek nationality by their relatives, and passports, no matter how old they are, issued by consulates or other local authorities. Marriage certificates. In cases where the applicant is married abroad, an original certificate issued by the competent authority, duly certified with apostille and officially translated, must be submitted. With regard to wives who take their husband's surname after they marry, the marriage certificate must document this change as well. You will also need one ID standard color photo. What happens next? The naturalization declaration is submitted and a reference number is issued corresponding to the declaration. Then the authorities check the completeness of the supporting documents as well as their proper validation and translation. The consul conducts an interview with the applicant in order to ascertain their status and that the essential requirements for naturalization are met. In particular, a rough knowledge of the Greek language and of Greek history geography, and political institutions are assessed. After the interview, the consul prepares a report. Then, the file is dispatched to the Ministry of Interior at the Department of Citizenship. In this department, a supplementary check is performed whether the naturalization requirements are met. In the case where the supporting documents submitted are incomplete or have not been submitted in due form, correspondence will take place with the respective consulate. Once the file check has been completed and all the required steps have been taken, a draft decision is drawn up, setting out the full reasons for accepting or rejecting the request. Then, the draft decision is signed and the final decision accepting or rejecting the naturalization request is issued. Greek nationality is acquired upon taking an oath, which must be done within 1 year of the date of publication of the naturalization decision in the Government Gazette. After receiving the relevant correspondence from the competent consular authority, the Naturalization Department will forward the supporting documents necessary for completing the municipal registration of the applicant and their children to the competent municipality. As we all understand, the naturalization process is not easy nor straightforward. Moreover, it is a lengthy process with many traps during its itinerary. What we must also keep in mind is that every legal case, whether it concerns nationality, citizenship law, or any other law, is different. Advanced consultation with an informed lawyer is essential and saves the parties concerned from hassle, delay, and unnecessary expenses.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm very happy today. I had this beautiful episode with Chicago.
We went to Chicago, we went to
Japan. And people love Greek music. We have people maintain our Greek identity and Greek
I
traditional
want to do
music.
more music programs.
And the people in Japan actually love the Rebetika, and they're gathering together. They're playing Rebetika, the dance, and they have this Greekness inside them.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
We'll have to upload on our social media some of their videos so people can.
Oh,
when you,
yeah, 100%.
When you follow our Instagram, our Facebook, and it'll be on our YouTube, you can actually see these people in action. And of course, we'll upload some work of Dimitri, who is so multi-talented, playing all those instruments, being an American-born Greek. So lots of this to come on the Greek Podyssey.
But you see, music, Christine, when I say connects people, what I mean,
It does.
from the one side of the world to the other. And music, because it's a powerful tool, it's very easy to get into everyone's house.
Yes.
You don't need tutoring, you don't need anything. You just open your radio or you're picking up a station or whatever, and you have the Greek music in you.
And I do want to, because I know we're going to finish up in a second, go back to a previous episode when we had the former Consul General to Sydney that said language is, and we've been, beaten from pillar to post about this. See how Nobuko does not speak Greek, but language and Greekness is continuing through the music that she's playing, because they're singing Greek, they don't understand it, they don't speak it. So you can maintain culture through music, through theatre, without actually speaking the language day to day.
Of course, you can't exclude these people from their Greekness.
Even if they're not Greek.
If they're not Greek.
Yes.
Exactly right. Exactly
What
right.
perfect, wonderful ambassadors.
Well, thank you everyone for listening
you.
and watching for one more time our episodes. I hope we keep you
Entertained, informed, and yes,
educated.
Please drop us a line if you'd like to listen or you'd like us to cover any specific topic. We do have some exciting topics coming up.
Your stories are our stories.
Exactly.
So whoever wants to share his story,
Bring it
please bring it on. We're here for you. This is your platform. This is your Podyssey.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm Christine Stavropoulos,
Κι εγώ ο Νίκος Σαμίδης. Και αυτό είναι το Greek Podyssey, το podcast της Ομογένειας.
a podcast for Hellenes worldwide, sharing stories, culture, identity, laughs, and a little bit of tsugrisma along the way.
Γιατί μπορεί να φύγαμε από την Ελλάδα, αλλά η Ελλάδα δεν έφυγε ποτέ από μας.